welcome back to another video, and in today's video we have ranking each champion. Basically we're just going how their reign has been, what the current title is looking like, how prestigious it may be, how interested we are in it, and yeah, just kind of going through them, and yeah, going from world champions, mid-card champions, and tag team champions. But yeah, and one more thing before we get started, I want to mention that during March 20th to April 20th, we will be doing a marathon. We'll be trying to upload every single day for you guys, leading up into WrestleMania, and then obviously the Raw after Mania as well. But yeah, hopefully we have some good content for you guys that you guys really enjoy, and yeah, hope you guys subscribe, and so yeah, you can be there for the marathon. But without further ado, ready to get into this?
Yes, sir.
We start off with our World Heavyweight Champion, Gunther. So how would you rank his title reign in the championship right now?
So obviously he's had the title for a long time now. It's probably coming up close to a year. He won it, it's SummerSlam. So yeah, he's a few months away from hitting a year. Obviously before that he had the amazing Intercontinental run. This hasn't been as good as that in comparison. However, in comparison to the rest of the Raw titles, he's still S tier. In my opinion, he has defended it a lot, just not recently.
Yeah, for me, this one's kind of tough because I think the expectations for a Gunther World Heavyweight Championship reign, for me, would be way, way higher, just because he's one of the best. And his Intercontinental Champion was easily one of the best title reigns at that time. Obviously, the Bloodline stuff is always an argument, but match-wise, easily Gunther was the best champion. So for me, I would probably knock it down at least to an A. And yeah, that's kind of where I would probably put it at the highest.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. Like I said, his Intercontinental title or Intercontinental Championship run was better. So yeah, I'd agree with it.
Next up, staying on Raw, we have our Women's World Champion, Io Sky, just now winning it, so it's kind of hard to rank the reign because, like I said, just started. But what is the championship looking like right now?
Well, the feud is really good. I mean, no matter which way we get it, whether it was Rhea Io, Io Bianca, Io Rhea, Rhea Bianca, either way of the three that you want to do it, it was going to be amazing. And now that we're potentially going to get all three, that's, I mean, potentially better. Because Fatal 4-ways are usually too much, but triple threats are usually kind of the right amount.
Yeah, when done right, I think triple threats are usually, like, the best triple threats better than the best Fatal 4-way, I'd say, as well. So, yeah, this, obviously very high hopes for this because, like you mentioned, three of the best women in wrestling, and let alone WWE. So, yeah, a lot of hope for this match at Mania, so it should be really good. For me, for a rank, for the championship, would probably still put it A or maybe B, just because I haven't been too interested with the Liv stuff. Some stuff was good, but at points I was definitely bored of, and it kind of felt like the title was kind of like an afterthought of the feuds that she was having as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously depends on how we're ranking it because she's so new, obviously.
Right.
But yeah, probably B tier for me would probably be where I'd put her.
Next up, Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker.
So he's obviously someone that I really like. He's very young. I wouldn't be surprised if he had a world title by the end of 2025, honestly. I wouldn't be mad if it was him facing Gunther at WrestleMania for the title. But, you know, he is a great IC champion. There's a lot of opponents for him because he is part of that fantastic Raw roster that they have. So, yeah, I'll probably put him probably right there with Gunther in A. If not, then, you know, I could probably see B. But if I put him in B, then I think Io would have to go down to C.
Yeah, for me, I think everything he has done has been great, without a doubt. But the only thing is, we're not seeing enough. We're seeing a few title defenses, and it's been since SummerSlam as well, so just as long as Gunther. And I'd probably say he's had less defenses. I don't know how true that is, so you can fact check me in the comments. But yeah, I feel like we just don't see enough of him, really.
Yeah, I could see putting him in B tier because not only all the things you just mentioned, but as well as all his title defenses were kind of against the same people. We a lot of Sheamus, a lot of Ludwig Kaiser, some Pete Dunne in there, a little bit of Sami Zayn. So it's kind of been the same people over and over again. So I could see him putting them in B, but like I said, I think if we put him in B, EO would have to probably go down one.
Okay, yeah, I think I'm fine with that. Unfortunately, obviously, this is less of a EO pick and more of the women's world champion pick. So if you're skipping ahead, hopefully you take that into account.
Yeah, their feud is amazing. I think their match will probably be better than whatever Braun Breaker's match is. And potentially the Gunther match as well. So I think she'll probably be S tier by the end of Mania.
Yeah. All right. Our women's mid-card champion, the Intercontinental champion, Lyra Valkyria. Now for this one, she has to be pretty low for me. Since winning the belt, it's been few showcases, and anytime she's fought so far, she's lost besides the 2 defenses she has now, which I get it was Bayley who she lost to, so I'm kind of okay with it. But similar to Braun Breaker, we're not seeing enough of her, and yeah, the title reign hasn't been great so far.
Yeah, she's had, I believe, 2 defenses, Dakota Kai and Ivy Nile, I believe it was. And both have been good matches, to be completely fair to her.
Yeah.
However, like you said, just not being used enough. Lyra is somebody who was part of that new NXT crop that came up with Tiffany Stratton and I guess you could maybe say Roxanne Perez at this point is kind of included. Braun Breaker even, and so many more people. And it looked like there was a lot of high hopes for her. There were times where it's like, okay, they really seemed to like her. And then when they pulled the trigger on her and gave her the belt, it just didn't really, they didn't continue to use her from there.
Yeah. For me, considering all that being said, she's definitely on the tier of EO, so I kind of have to put her at D, because I don't think she's really an F, because it's not been her fault either why it's in D tier either. And that's for a lot of people as well. All these talents that we have named so far are some of the best in the company, so it's definitely not their fault. It's purely just the booking of it right now as well.
I think I would put her in C myself, just because when she has been in the ring, it has been great. She has been getting used, but just not defending the title necessarily. I think I would put her in C with EO.
Yeah, I can kind of get that, just because, yeah, like you said, just everything she has done has been good, so I can agree with that. Pretty much finishing up our Raw titles, we have the War Raiders with the World Tag Team Champions.
Now, these will probably be our first D. I could maybe even see a F here. And it's the same thing as Lyra. Hasn't been bad, but also I don't think the matches has been good as Lyra's. And once again, it's kind of not their fault as well, because their opponents haven't been great. They're finally going against the Creeds. That match ended in a DQ, however, so it's kind of pointless in a way. Potentially going to see some New Day action with them coming soon. So potential to move up very quickly, but I think as of right now, probably D tier for me.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you there, just because, yeah, it just hasn't been too good, and also the booking isn't great either, so it kind of hurts it a lot. Next up, we have our women's tag team champions, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez. Still pretty fresh with the champions, but we can kind of just rank the champions as well.
Yeah, I'm going to put her in B tier with Braun Breaker. EO just got it, hasn't really had a chance, but they have had it. Had the money, not the Money in the Bank, but Elimination Chamber kind of build up with Jade Cargill and everything. That story was really good. Their tag team match was amazing. Liv Morgan in general has been really good. Raquel gets used a lot. So, I think they've been both great, and, maybe that's more me giving them credit for individual stuff more than their tag team stuff. However, I do think they should still be a step above Lyra.
Yeah, I was going to say I can put it C, or I was going to put it C, but I kind of agree that the stuff that we have been getting has been pretty, like you mentioned, the Jade and Bianca and Naomi stuff, I think is some of the best women's stuff we've probably seen in the past year and a half. So I give you that. And then the match where they actually won the belts was pretty damn good as well. So, yeah, I can agree, put them at B.
And Liv and Raquel are also carrying the Judgment Day on their back right now. There's no other member that's really doing much right now. So Liv and Raquel are kind of holding all that dead weight in a way.
Yeah. Following that, we have our last tag team champions, DIY, with the SmackDown tag team champions. For me, it's probably going to fall at a C, or actually maybe probably B as well. It's definitely better than the other tag team titles or the other men's tag team titles. And all the matches have been pretty good. But I kind of wanted more. They're not getting too much time with the Royal Rumble. It's kind of like a prime example of that. But what about you?
Yeah, I'd probably say B as well. The story with Motor City and the Profits, and then they're kind of introducing Pretty Deadly more onto camera. Los Garza has been getting used a lot because of this as well. So kind of all of this is happening because of Motor City in a way. So shout out to Motor City for coming in and stirring things up in that SmackDown Tag Team division. But yeah, there's a lot of good things going on, and I think their Mania match is gonna be a great tag team mashup with whichever teams are all involved in that one. So I will put them B tier as well.
Next up, we have our president and our first and only women's United States champion. We have the one and only Chelsea Green. For me, it's probably going to be around the A or B for me, just because I think character-wise, it has been phenomenal. Obviously, Chelsea is, I would probably say, one of the best, if not the best, work or characters in the women's division in WWE. So yeah, I think she's been fantastic. Only negative is just seeing the same opponent over and over again, but again, not necessarily her fault. Booking is just poor.
Yeah, she's been facing Michin, B-Fab, and combinations of the two. And just lots of matches. They have been pretty good, to be fair, but we're just getting sort of old. She's getting old at the moment. Her WrestleMania opponent appears to either be one of them two or maybe even a Piper Niven. Alba Fire just got added into their new group, and there have been funny backstage promos. She's going to NXT a lot as well. I believe she's defending the U.S. title on NXT this coming run. Yeah, so that'll be a very good match, and that's cool for Soruka to get something like this. So I'll put it probably B tier, even though all the negatives we did say.
Yeah. Next up, we have another new fresh champion, and that is LA Knight. Yeah, obviously when he originally had the belt, it kind of reinvigorated the belt. It kind of gave it more meaning and more like limelight, and it was pretty good. But after Shinsuke kind of held it ransom for a few weeks, kind of staled out. Hopefully he can revitalize it, but what do you think?
Yeah, I think as of right now, the U.S. title is kind of just no one really cares at the moment, which is a bad thing because he did have it in a pretty good spot at one point in time. And I don't think him getting the belt is also the best decision as well. I think there's a few other people I would have preferred, such as maybe a Drew McIntyre, or maybe even just moving Penta to SmackDown and letting him kind of be in that division, because I think he would have been great on SmackDown. But yeah, I think I'll put him C tier with EO probably. He has potential to move up, potential to move down. So I think C is probably where I'd go.
Yeah, that's probably what I would have said too. I was thinking maybe D, but I don't think it's as bad as the Warriors, unfortunately. And again, I would want to say this again, is just, it's not their fault. It's booking 9 out of 10 times, so yeah. And our last women's world champion, Miss Tiffany Stratton. What do we think?
So the match is the exact match that we wanted to have. Obviously, everyone wanted Tiffany and Charlotte. No one really wanted any other match besides that for Tiffany at WrestleMania. So it is the perfect match. However, the build after Charlotte won hasn't been great. There's just been little cocky things here and there. Charlotte's going against B-Fab this coming week, or this tomorrow, I guess. Well, today, as of y'all be seeing this. But yeah, so kind of just not too much going on here. Very excited for the match still, just because of who it is in it, but the build just hasn't been great. So I think I'll put her B tier. The Nia Jax stuff was good, so I'm putting her a point up for that. I did like the story of her cashing in on her, the Candice edition, and all that kind of stuff going on with that, as well as Trish Stratus. So I think I'll give her an extra point, because I probably would have put her C tier otherwise.
Yeah, I was thinking C tier just because, like you said, the Charlotte and Tiffany match is kind of what people wanted. But I think the build to it just hasn't been great at all. We've had moment where Tiffany's down, Charlotte stands over, talks a little shit, and then it happened again, and it kind of isn't doing nothing for me. I don't know if a lot of people are feeling differently to that, but if you are, fair enough. But for me, at least, I'd probably put it C.
Yeah, I mean, either way, B or C, it was fine because I think after WrestleMania, it'll probably be boosted up.
Yeah, I agree. And last but not least, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, with the World Universal Champion. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, instant S tier. The story he's in right now with The Rock and John Cena and all of this is just fantastic. And then before that, we were in an amazing storyline with Kevin Owens with some of the best promos that we've seen from Cody and Kevin Owens in their entire career, potentially. The addition of Sami Zayn into that feud. We've seen AJ Styles. We've seen him face Gunther at King and Queen of the Ring and come out, or King of the Ring crown come out on top. So yeah, he's done quite a lot of things. So I think S tier is just an easy pick.
Yeah, I agree. Everything he's done has been pretty good, or at least he's tried to make it very good. The only flaws is probably SummerSlam with the solo stuff, and pretty much everything he has done with Bloodline hasn't been great. But even then, I can still see why people would like it, and I'm not going to knock you for that. So, but yeah, Cody's definitely easily the best champion. Pretty much the saving grace of SmackDown when he's there. Obviously, he's there this Friday, so he'll make it watchable for me. But yeah, I kind of agree with all of this. Is anything you would probably change?
No, not really. Like I said, I'd probably move Tiffy to B tier. But besides that, that's probably it.
Yeah. The thing I'm looking at this list is we need to book our women way better. The fact that 3 of our champions are in C tier, are obviously a little bit arguable for B tier, definitely isn't great. Obviously, Liv, Raquel, and Chelsea are doing good stuff. But yeah, hopefully we get better booking post WrestleMania, and things can start heating up for the women's division, because it's very good, and I think it's about time we start giving them some more limelight. But that will wrap it up for our ranking of every current champion in WWE. Let us know your guys' thoughts, what we should change. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe and put notifications on for our marathon that we'll be doing again from March 20th to April 20th. Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you guys in the next one.